No, not yet.
Oh,
Good
now?
afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Insights and Innovation series. A little bit premature there, KBA. Insights and Innovations. Today we have our wonderful partners from Meta. Always an interesting conversation and always one of our most thought-provoking ones. We've got the wonderful KBA and Shashank joining us here, and they're going to talk about AI-powered marketing and a little bit of an insights into the sales insights into the pending holiday and Christmas seasons coming up. So I will shut my mouth and hand over to someone a little bit more intelligent than myself, KBA and Shashank. So over to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. And hi, everyone. It's great to be here. Really appreciate you tuning in over your lunch hour. So yeah, we're really excited to join you today. Thanks to the IMA for giving us this opportunity. I'm Christy, or KBA, as many people know me, and I lead the independent agency team here at Meta for ANZ. And joining me on the call is Shashank, who is an agency partner in my team. So we're here to talk to you today about how to make the most of the peak season with Meta. So Christmas is coming up, the holiday period's coming already, and we've got loads of stuff to talk about. Last year, it was all about revenge spending, which was great for brands, not so great for our own wallets, but that is well and truly behind us. And we're now facing rising inflation and a more frugal festive season. So we're going to embark on a Yuletide adventure. And our agenda for today, so first, we're going to look at some of the insights and trends that we're seeing and address the challenge that that marketers are facing right now and the opportunity that it also presents. So we'll take a look at how AI, how creative and a good seasonal runway can provide the opportunity to overcome these challenges. And we'll end with some resources that you can use. And of course, we'll have some time at the end for questions. Okay, the challenge on top of the madness of Christmas. So here are all the insights. We've got tons of them and we'll be sending them through after. So no need to frantically scribble notes, but we've really got people feeling the squeeze. So they're trying to keep their budgets tighter than ever. We're talking about some serious concerns over inflation. And what does that mean? It means people are planning to be more frugal. And some people, 7% of people we surveyed, are planning to have a present-free Christmas. Now, I don't know how that would fly in your household, but I'm not sure that's the case in mine. But of course, you know, we're all in this situation. We're all thinking about how we can be a little bit more sensible over the holiday period. So it sounds like a shocking response, but it is actually a rational consumer response. But yet we know that there is a huge appetite for seasonal sales. So 1 in 2 people are saying that they do most of their holiday shopping during the seasonal sales events. And 60% of people last year bought something from Black Friday or Cyber Monday, which was up 25% year on year, which is pretty huge. So we know that these sales periods are really key, but we also know that we're facing inflation. So it's a major curveball, right? How are we going to deal with this? Now, we don't want to talk about a deflated holiday period. No one wants to think of Santa up there on the roof. But don't worry, we have some ideas that will save Christmas. And now I'm going to hand over to Shashank, who's going to talk to you a bit about the opportunity. Oh, no, sorry, I'm not. I just realized I'm not at all because the next photos are my own personal photos. It'd be a bit weird if I'd handed this over to him to present pictures of my my gifts and family members. But, you know, when we think about the holiday period, the best bits often don't cost much. So, you know, all those moments that really mean something over the holiday period. And a lot of these you actually share on Meta. So, you know, be it the potential framer of a photo when a baby meets Santa for the first time. That's my baby last year. And he was not impressed. Great. Loved it. The enjoyment of getting together with your best mates or your extended family, or the pleasure of a long-awaited treat, whether that's splashing out on a special purchase or a little luxury. You know, little luxuries do well in economic hard times, but even the discovery of the perfect gift for a friend or for a family member, all of these little things that make the magic of Christmas really stand out. And emotions are the real puppet masters behind our decisions. So there's a neuroscientist called Antonio Damasio, and he discovered that a whopping 95% of decisions are made emotionally. So picture Christmas time, we've got joy, love, nostalgia, all of these emotions working overtime. And so how do they fit in with this? So it's a real opportunity here for brands to create campaigns and experiences that really tug at those heartstrings. So even when people are watching their wallets, by zeroing in on emotional connections, we can help overcome the worries, the stress that potentially the holiday period can bring. And the top reason for people to purchase during that Q4 period, to get me in the holiday spirit. And with frugal intentions impacting active shopping behavior, businesses can't wait for people to come to them this year. So think of Meta like the big kahuna of online discovery channels. Its mind-blowing capabilities in AI are really driving discovery like never before. We're seeing discovery channels generally down year on year, but you can see here across Meta, it's actually up 12% year on year. So it's pretty impressive. And it's really the place where your brands that you work with can help drive discovery across consumers. All right. So I am going to hand over to Shashank. He's going to take you through the solution in a bit more detail.
Thanks, Christy. So in the next few minutes, we'll take you through how you can actually use these insights and actually pump up your Christmas or the festive season. So the first and foremost thing is actually how do you make AI, using AI using it as a superpower and making it more powerful for your campaigns and making discovery more exciting. So then the next few slides, we're going to talk about how we can foster curiosity and excitement, showcase unique and affordable products, and leverage AI for personalized recommendations. This Christmas, we're going to make discovery feel like pure magic for your customers. We're talking about sparking their curiosity and getting them all excited. We're going to speak to them about a bunch of unique and budget-friendly products that cater to everybody's tastes and wallets. And while we're at that, we're going to use Meta's fancy AI technology to give personalized recommendations so that customers can find the absolute perfect gifts for their nearest and dearest ones. By making the whole discovery process a blast and stress-free period, you'll create an unforgettable moments for your customers and really get the most out of sales during the holiday season. More time is actually spent on discovery, and that exploration has been never been larger before. You can see that in 2022, 93% have been searching to try a new brand. And in 2022, that's 66% are exploring different product categories as against 53% in 2021. And when you discover new products and ideas, it really sparks joy, especially when that is more relatable. 70% of shoppers enjoy discovering products that they weren't actually actively looking or searching for. Use the power of AI to help people find the perfect items for them. And when you think of AI, which is actually now the buzzword in the industry, think of AI on Meta as a little Christmas elf that is never sleeping, and it's here to actually help you. AI is like the antidote to inflation, the Santa Claus of advertising. It's built by thousands of engineers, and Meta AI has been training since last October since we launched it. Even as a beginner last year, it still seemed to manage to boost performance by up to 20% conversions year over year. By using AI in your marketing strategy, you will gain a competitive advantage and improve performance. Plus, it'll save you time, allowing you to focus on other important aspects of your business. So let AI do the heavy lifting this Christmas and watch your sales skyrocket. I must point out that AI is constantly learning and improving. Imagine AI as learning chess over breakfast in the morning and becoming a grandmaster by dinner that same day. How wonderful is that? And when we talk about AI, how can we not talk about automation? Automation helps marketers keep up with the pace and change with less budget, resources, and time, a common theme that we're facing in 2023. This festive season is a particularly dynamic and competitive time for marketing. Marketers have always sought to drive the best possible performance during holiday and mega sale day periods. By enabling automation tools with critical inputs, automation is able to make decisions based on real-time learnings and optimize your holiday media through thousands, if not millions of iterations. It comes as no surprise that marketing automation through AI and machine learning are among the top three areas that businesses are looking to invest in globally over the next 5 years. Meta's new machine learning automates creatives, targeting, optimization, destination levers to pair the right ad to the right person while maximizing sales. In a recent test with 31 advertisers across EMEA, APAC, North America, and LATAM, we found that Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, when added to the current BAU or business as usual campaigns, led to an average improvement of 17% in cost per acquisition and an average increase in return on ad spend compared with business as usual only campaigns by up to 32%. Now, inputting diverse creatives and high-performing audiences can actually deliver the best holiday results with A plus SC or Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. In creative, upload a mix of lifestyle and product imagery. Create upwards of 150 creative if possible. Import high-performing ads from previous campaigns. And if helpful, connect with a Meta business partner to help you generate diversified holidays creative at scale. And when we talk about audiences, upload your existing customers through custom audiences to inform the delivery system. Specify the percentage of budget allocated towards existing customers versus acquiring new customers. Define custom URL tags to track more detailed performance between audience types. And here we're going to take a look at one of our success stories of Step One. I'm sure most of you have heard of Step One. It's an online underwear disruptor. It's headquartered in Sydney, Australia, and it's a direct consumer online underwear retailer. Their products are ethically manufactured, help wick away sweat, and are designed to suit a broad range of body types. When Step One aligned with Meta, they wanted to simplify their existing campaign setup, improve performance, and achieve a high return on ad spend, and by reaching new audiences and increasing online sales. So many things in one, which eventually, in general terms, would lead to more diversified budget. So what did they do? The solution was very simple. They automated the entire campaign setup. They wanted to move away from their complex, time-consuming manual ad campaign setups, and especially optimize for creatives and placements using the budgets that they had. The company decided to test on the Advantage Plus shopping campaign, the powerful automated solution that is part of Meta's Advantage suite. Meta built Advantage Plus shopping campaigns so that e-commerce and retail advertisers can use machine learning capabilities to achieve better campaign results by making ad personalization at scale. So they ran an A/B test on the platform where the sell one was their normal campaign running or the BAU campaign running, and they wanted to test the efficacy and the advantage of using the A plus SC campaign. So sell one was BAU and sell two was using the BAU campaign with the Advantage Plus shopping campaign added to it. With that, they ran a combination of photo and video ads in each cell that showcased items from different ranges and variety of colors. Each ad included a Shop Now button that linked to Step One's website. The results, it was a comfortable fit, pun intended. The test results concluded with a 24% decrease in cost per purchase or cost per acquisition through the A plus SC channels as compared to the BAU campaigns. And they also noticed a 45% increase in the return on ad spend as compared to the BAU campaigns. With that, I'll hand over to Christy to take us through the next segment.
Thanks, Shashank. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't heard us talk about Advantage before, it really is our kind of buzzword. You know, it's AI, it's automation, it's completely transforming the way that brands are running campaigns, and agencies are adopting it at a really fast rate and seeing some amazing results. It's the best of both worlds. It's a more simple campaign setup, less time fiddling around on the platform, and we're seeing phenomenal results off the back of it. So we'll send through some follow-ups on Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, because it's obviously one of the key Advantage products, especially in the run-up to the sales period. And yeah, there's some testing frameworks we can share as well. So do give it a go. So I'm going to move on slightly to back to the Christmas. I get all the fun Christmassy bits, but you know, how do we really focus on driving those genuine connections? Going back to what we were talking about with, you know, everything being emotionally led, especially around the holidays. So I love this slide. We know the festive season is about connections, connecting with family, connecting with friends, loved ones. And online, a lot of those connections do happen across our platforms. So in here, what we have here is conversation data. So this is looking at 2021 versus 2022. And it shows the percentage increase across Facebook and Instagram of people mentioning these terms. And look at that, up 250% for love. And who doesn't want a bit more love at Christmas? So I just love these stats. And creativity increasingly lies at the heart of successful ad campaigns. It's the biggest contributor to media effectiveness. And traditionally, measurement and optimization have focused on media strategies, but the impact of media optimizations are limited if creative also isn't optimized. So creative optimization can actually drive a 13% lower cost per ad recall and a 21% lower cost per website conversion and 27% lower cost per app install. So it does have a huge impact. And I know that for a lot of indies, you know, creative isn't a service that is offered. For some it is, but it's really about making sure that the clients that are providing you with creative, or the creative that you're producing internally, is designed for a mobile build, but also connects back to some of these messages that we're talking about, that emotional led response. But here's a really simple guide to building creative, not just for Meta, but generally for mobile. So you can see here 4 simple ones. So capturing attention quickly. When people are scrolling through their phones nonstop, how do we grab their attention? The second, design for sound off. So you can see here, you know what this ad is about without any words, without any sound. But we also say delight for sound on. So where you can add some nice music in the background or a voiceover, great. But just remember that a lot of people do consume ads with, or their mobile content with sound off. Frame your visual story. You can see this great example here. And then that kind of relates to the last one as well. So play with more. So, you know, it's a format, it's fun, it takes over your whole screen. How can you do more with that format that you're building for mobile? And I think really importantly, all of this is then wrapped up with a lovely Christmassy bow of visual identity. So that visual identity, it sits with the brand, and it needs to be across all media that's running. So it's not about coming up with something brand new and fancy for Meta. It's about making sure it's part of that overall brand identity and just being tweaked for a different type of format. And diversity, and add diversity as well. So diversity, you know, we heard from Shashank how AI is powering ads. He talked about the importance of creative. He mentioned that 150 word, which I'm sure a few people on the call might be like, whoa, that's a lot. But we really are starting to see creative as the new targeting. And as everything becomes more automated, the more creative you can plug into the system, the more that our AI has the ability to find the creative that works the best to be delivered to the right person in the right place at the right time. So with that, you know, creative diversity, it also means that we can send different messages to people who are in kind of different areas of their journey to buying a brand. So it's important to explore a consumer's relationship to your product or to your client's brand to understand what would also inspire them to purchase. So there's a really simple 4-step method that you can use with your clients as well. So it's listed here, but identifying the motivators and barriers, mapping your message, differentiating all creative routes visually, and then just keeping it fresh by making sure that new creative is being fed in as well. So again, I know 150 sounds scary. However, we're not talking about producing 150 different versions. There is Advantage Plus Creative, which when you are setting up campaigns, you can allow the platform to basically play around with the creative a bit. Again, using AI, identifying where the brand logo sits that works best. And it just kind of does a lot of the hard work for you. Reels. So I love talking about Reels. Short form video is absolutely exploding across our platform. I know we're not the only place where people consume short form video, but for us, that does sit with Reels. Some great stats here, specifically for Australia. So the average user is currently consuming 20 minutes of Reels content daily in Australia, which is kind of mind-blowing, but you can see how it would happen. And then, over 8 million people watching Reels every day, 12 million shares every day in Australia. So when brands do build creative for Reels, it really does pay off. I love this example. So it's a real hotbed for culture and community. It's just a placement, but it's beyond a placement. You can opt into it easily. We always recommend that. But if you can build creative for it, it really brings a huge opportunity. So, the vibrancy of short form video, it can really spark joy. You see some great content out there. So again, it's about having these conversations with your clients. It can be their organic approach to Reels, but also their paid approach. And again, there's no one size fits all when it comes to building creative for Reels. But here are a few kind of 3 defining qualities that we find really help drive impact through Reels. So keep entertaining, digestible, and relatable. And then, I think people have really embraced the unique style of this kind of relaxed, more playful, raw content. It doesn't have to be shiny, produced by a creative agency. We're seeing, that more kind of raw, natural content work really well in this placement. Oh, is this going to work? Oh, yes, I think. Okay, perfect. And so, yeah, just some stats here around how we're seeing people using Reels from a kind of discovery point of view. So again, some more insights. We love to provide insights on this stuff. And a case study, I won't go through this in detail, but you can see here, the Udi, they actually partnered with some creators. So creators are always a great strategy as well. For these guys, it was when they were expanding to a new market. They use an agency called Amplify, who basically have a profile of different talent and use those creators to really build these authentic Reels using their product, and just saw phenomenal results off the back of it as well. Okay, so that's all the Christmassy stuff. I'm going to hand it back over to Shashank with this cute photo here and let him talk to you about the creating the 3-month Christmas shopping runway.
Thanks, Christy. We debated quite a bit. Do we put pups or do we put cats? Which one gets us the better views on this? Well, jokes apart, now we're coming to the 3rd pillar, which is on creating a runway, a 3-month Christmas runway for your user shopping journey. So the first 2 pillars were more about giving you insights and then talking about how we can make connections genuine by personalizing ad creatives and assets. And now we're going to put that plan into execution. So we're going to take this Christmas journey and really stretch it out, making it even more delightful for your customers. We're talking tailored promotions and events all season long. so that your consumers get hooked onto your brand and really make the budget sing. We'll use the platform of Meta to keep that connection alive, dishing out valuable info from time to time, inspiration, and of course, using AI as the helping hand. By giving an extra long dose of the holiday cheer, you're going to ease your customers' frugal worries and watch sales and customer loyalty soar. When we talk about expanding the time frame of Christmas period or the holiday period, we've seen a significant shift in user shopping behavior. Shoppers are no longer waiting for the end moment to shop for their loved ones. Planning or research starts way as early as September, as you can see on the graph on your screen. And only 25% of people say that they will wait until December to plan. Planning often leads to execution. So with so many mega sales days before Christmas, like your Afterpay Day, Click Frenzy, and then your Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it's no surprise that these consumers are in the market earlier to snap up their favorite gifts during their favorite time of the year, so that they can plan for the holiday period ahead. Consumers that don't rely on specific time period to shop has actually doubled in the last 2 years, making every moment leading up to Christmas valuable and important for your brands to be present. Harness Meta's AI and platform to ensure you're discoverable and found for these consumers. Which, when you extend that period, it simply means that a festive period, as we've been saying, has actually got longer. Make use of the longer festive experience by spreading your costs and tailoring your creatives, catering to the various motivations of your customers, offering them deals, discounts, and then getting them into that I am in my holiday spirit and this is part of my Christmas routine. So this holiday season, let's take you through a ride through a 3-month runway. Sorry. Starting with the festive warm-up, we'll spark excitement and prepare for the festivities ahead. As we progress through each carefully curated step, we'll build connections, inspire joy, and alleviate any financial stress and anxieties that come along inflation and spending. From the early stages to the ultimate Christmas countdown, we'll ensure a memorable and enchanting experience that you'll have your customers jingling all the way. In today's ever-shifting market, businesses need to step up their game and adapt to how customers are behaving. We're talking about getting in there, being proactive, and understanding what makes them tick. By doing that, you'll stay ahead of the pack and make sure your holiday season is a slam dunk. Now, being proactive also means you've got to anticipate what's keeping your customers up at night, like the inflation, the cost increases, delivery periods, budgets in check. How much can you spend? How much is within your spending limit? So think about all that, roll up your sleeves, and tackle these concerns with some savvy marketing strategies. So on your screen, we've actually mapped out from what a period should look like all the way from October to December, actually leading beyond December up until early Jan. And we've mapped them out into four phases, maximizing your seasonal festive campaigns. First and foremost, set a very strong foundation across data, creative, and measurement well ahead of your sales moment. These best practices apply year-round. They do not have to be adhered to right now, but it's better if you get a head start today than later. Before the key moment, take advantage of cost-efficient impressions to reach your shoppers early and build momentum for your shopping moment. During the key moment, shift your focus to maximizing purchases. Costs and conversion rates move in tandem, so acquisition costs remain relatively stable. On Black Friday, returns outpace costs. Note for retailers with stores, keep track of shipping cutoff dates. Competition declines after these dates and create an opportunity for retailers with in-store pickup options. Shipping cutoff dates were usually between I think 12 to the to the 16th or 20th, depending on where you are in the country, and it's usually limited to express posts towards the end. So keep that in mind. After the key moment, tap into that's the fourth phase. After the key moment, tap into the auction efficiencies and stay on top of mind with your newly acquired customers. Now, this is critical because just because they shop once should not mean that they should forget about you in the next season ahead. Keep in mind, keep in sight for these customers and leverage the lower CPMs or cost per impressions to make sure that you're always connected with them by offering them bespoke messages, deals, and content. So to recap, we've spoken about 3 pillars to help you pump up your holiday season. First is to harness the power of Meta's AI and be discoverable at all stages and time. Second, make genuine connection with your customers through creatives and ad messaging. And third, start early, expand your offerings, and spread your deals and costs throughout the 3-month period. And remember to leverage the resources available at the Meta Business Partners portal to get access to benefits and support as you amp up your holiday cheer. I'll now give it to Christy to talk to us about the Meta Business Partner platform and the next steps.
Thank you. Yeah, the 3-month runway, I think it's really key. And that when IMA came to us and gave us our date for this session, I knew we had to focus on the sales period because it's the perfect timing. We're coming into September. You've got 5-6 weeks before this October kind of runway should start, and you can take these slides and share them with your clients. I personally feel like this is a really powerful slide, and it does show you that it is worth investing across those sales periods because you can see CPA doesn't suddenly jump up, but that whole period is really key in delivering out your seasonal sales messaging. So yeah, we just wanted to take a moment to talk about Meta Business Partners for Agencies program. So don't know if anyone was able to join, but about a month ago we ran a webinar, and it was we try and do it once a quarter, and it's a bit of a refresh for agencies because this is a self-serve portal that is designed for agencies. So all agencies, it's very specific content to agencies, and for us, it's kind of tailored to Australia as well, and a bit New Zealand. But this portal essentially gives you access to a ton of resources. There are pre-made PowerPoints that you can download and edit, which I know my background is agency side. I feel like I spent my entire life creating PowerPoints from scratch. Some great slides that you can lift and drop into pitches or presentations. There's also a whole area around benefits. So depending on the tier of partnership that you qualify for, there are a ton of benefits available as well. So let me just pop all these up for you. But everything from creative consultation, so that's where you can invite a client to a creative session with one of our experts, and you can provide your client's creative and ask for a bit of a review, and then that's fed back directly to you and your client on the call. We've talked about how important creative is. I think that's such a great resource to access. There are measurement initiatives. You can apply for a case study. So this is something that everyone will have access to. I'll send through as the follow-up the link to sign up. We'll be running another kind of refresher session in the next month or two. We'll probably do it in October, November. So I'll send that invite to the IMAA team as well, so that if you want to come, you can definitely come and get a bit more of a hands-on guide through it. But loads of stuff. Your support team are there for any operational support questions, loads of training. All of our blueprint training is stored there. So tons and tons of information. So that's a bit of a snapshot. But again, we'll send this through after for you to look at as well. So I think we've got about 7 minutes left for questions. If anyone has questions about this content, about Meta Business Partners for Agencies, or anything else, really happy to take any questions. I'll stop sharing my screen. sure.
Sometimes there's not questions within these forums, so we're more than happy to filter questions back. Thank you guys for joining us today. Really interesting as always. We will include all of this information into the next newsletter, which I think is in the next 7 days. So you will receive all of that. Any other questions, just reach out, plus a recording of it. So thank you so much. Just a reminder, guys, we have Melbourne on the 7th. So all the Melbourne agencies, make sure you're at the OMA event. It's going to be really, really good. The Who's Who in the Zoo coming up in I think it's the 2nd of November. And the principal and partner night for all the agency owners in Sydney. That is on the 14th of September. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And I look forward to talking to everyone next week with another exciting vendor to talk to. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.